I greet you all, dear sisters and brothers, in the mighty and wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I greet you this morning with the words taken from Mark chapter 16, verse 1 to verse 8. And before we proceed with this morning's reflection, I will not read Mark chapter 16. I encourage you, dear sisters and brothers, in your respective homes to use the liturgy that I sent to you to have your own family liturgy. But before we proceed, I'd like us to start off by reciting the Easter Creed. I believe in the God of Easter morning, who awakes us from our darkest dreams, and leads us into light of new day, who meets our pessimism with stunning hope of angelic proclamation. I believe in the God of Easter Day, who beats us to the obstacle in our lives and empties the dark tomb for us, who appears in surprising ways when we least expect it, working with us on our detours. I believe in the God of Easter evening, who breaks into our closets and prisons, bringing peace and crushing our fear. I believe in the risen Lord, who meets us with wounds on his hands and feet, who grants us his spirits, sending us out to bring peace, shalom, to the world. Amen. Dear sisters and brothers, hallelujah. Hallelujah, Christ is risen. A joyful morning, or what is supposed to be a joyful morning. This morning, dear sisters and brothers, the Lord is risen. I received a picture from one of my friends at home who sent me a picture of the graveyard. At home, there's a culture. Every Easter Sunday morning, people go to different grave sites to light the candle of hope, the candle of victory. Victory to show that there at the tomb, their loved ones are not there, but the light of God, the light which surpasses all our understanding, is there, and it continues to live on. And when I saw that picture in the midst of lockdown, I had mixed emotion. One was the worry that this friend of mine went as far as ignoring the advices from our leaders. But at the same time, it was rejoicing. The other emotion was me rejoicing that, this friend of mine realized that there is power of God. There is the power of God in every situation. Now this morning, we read from the Gospel according to St. Mark. Mark tells us of three women, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome, who wakes up very early in the morning. In the last year, when I preached on this text, I focused mainly on the theme, where are the men? And my biggest worry at the time was that, you see the men in the church being all powerful, being in the front, making all the decisions. But in the history of the Bible, you see many men being cowards. Now, dear sisters and brothers, Mary Magdalene, instead of greeting each other with joy, greeting the other two friends with joy, they are unable to greet each other with joy. And all of this, dear sisters and brothers, is because of what they have seen when their Savior, when their teacher, when their friend was being crucified. The sight of blood, the sight of dignity being tossed on the ground was just too much for them. But they could not let themselves down by not practicing their culture of anointing the body. In fact, one might even take it a step further to say they did not even want to see the body of their loved one smelling like death because he deserved better. Now, when they are on their way to the tomb, dear sisters and brothers, they remember that of all the rocks that were used to close the tomb to Jesus was the biggest. And this is because the Pharisees, the teachers of the law, wanted Christ to remain in the tomb. You know, we have certain secrets that every day of our lives, as they try to lift up their heads to come out into the light, we try to hide them. And that is the same with Christ. He was a nuisance he was a thorn on their side. He was a nuisance to them that they wanted him to stay in the tomb. If by any chance he wakes up from the dead, they wanted him to stay there. And that is why they used the biggest rocks of them all to close his tomb. Now they ask themselves a question. Now who will roll away the stone for us? And this is what I want us to focus on this morning. Dear sisters and brothers, we live in periods of the coronavirus. We live in periods where people who are only used to spending 2 hours of the day now have to spend 24 hours together. We live in moments of lockdown. We live, dear sisters and brothers, in moments where instead of now being able to rejoice the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we lament the fear that the corona is bringing into our lives. And dear sisters and brothers, like Mary Magdalene, Mary, the mother of James and Salome, we're asking ourselves the same question: who will roll away corona away from us? Many of us are asking, what will happen to our children if this lockdown continues? Will their syllabus be cut down? Will they be a year behind, or will they be a year ahead? We do not know, but like in our liturgy, our help comes in the name of the Lord. And dear sisters and brothers, there are many storms that are in front of us. Some of us are faced with a lockdown situation. Some of us are faced with the possibility of unemployment after lockdown. And we are asking ourselves the question, who will roll away the stone for us? And the answer is very simple. Do like Mary, do like Salome, do like Mary the mother, do like Mary Magdalene and Mary the mother of James. Lift up your head and look to the sky. Lift up your head and you see the power of Christ. You see the power of God. God is able to make the impossible to become possible. God rolled away the stone so that his son Jesus Christ might defeat death for me and you. Who will roll away corona? God will roll away corona. Who will deal with our junk status as a country? God will take care of our junk status as a country. Who will deal with broken marriages? It is only God. God will take care of that. And that is why our Lord Jesus Christ, when he's on the cross about to give his last breath, he says, dear sisters and brothers, it is finished. And you start asking yourself, what is it that is finished? And the answer is very simple. The work that he came to do here on earth is finished. Now, this Easter morning, this victory morning, this for us and our salvation, as the Apostles' Creed says, this for us and for our salvation, as the Apostles' Creed says, remember, call on the name of God and say, God, I want you to roll this stone. You know your stone. You know what type of stone is in front of you. My prayer is that you say, God, I want you to roll away this stone. Just like in the times of apartheid, there were those who said, God, we want you to roll away the stone of apartheid, and it was rolled away. Just like in the times of Ebola in Africa, there were those who said, God, we want you to roll away the stone of Ebola. Just like in the times of many other viruses, there were those who said, oh God, we want you to roll away the stone. And those stones were taken care of. Dear sisters and brothers, I invite you this morning, pray to God. Call the name of God and say, God, who will roll away the stone? But also remember to say, God, we want you to roll away the stone. We want you to take care of our worries. And dearly beloved, God will take care of our worries.